Bro, listen. This Bible shows you how the Native American Indians got on this side of the planet.
Bro, it's the white.
I'm going to show you, Rudolph. I'm going to show you. I tried to tell you. Listen to this.
2 Ezra chapter 13 and verse 40. Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land.
And guess what, Rudolph? This was before the transatlantic slave trade. This was thousands of years before that. Now watch this.
Well, we always
Listen to this. I'm going to show you how we got here. Read.
In the time of Osea the king, whom Shalmaneser the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
They talking about the 10 tribes, meaning if you look on this sign, you got the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, the Dominicans, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, those tribes, read.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So those tribes that you see right here, they said, guess what? We in slavery, they giving us a little bit of liberty, we're going to go to another land. Read.
And go forth into a further country.
Into a further country. From Africa, guess what? How far that is? Thousands of miles. That's a further country. Read.
Where never mankind dwelt.
Who dwelt on this side of the planet first?
Read out. Read it.
Okay, that's what we're going into. Listen to the Bible real quick.
You going too fast.
Let me slow it down. I'm going to slow it down for you. Read it again.
But they took this.
I'm going to read it again for you.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
So they said, we're going to separate from the heathen, Brother Rudolph. Brother Rudolph, they're in slavery right now, just like we are today. Read.
And go forth.
Rudolph, listen, I'm trying to show you. You saying that we some of us are Native Americans, right? We Indians, right?
I never said that.
What you saying, Rudolph?
No.
I don't want to twist your words. What you saying?
There's a lot of truth in what you're saying. But
Okay.
you're not here. See,
what's false? What is false that I'm telling you?
Watch this.
What is false that I'm telling you? If I'm telling you a lot of truth, what is false that I'm telling you?
We always been here. So that ain't talking about us.
Rudolph, read.
We ain't never
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
You see this? He said, no man has never been on this side of the planet until, read, just listen to the scripture, Rudolph, then I got you. Read.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
So you see this right here, Brother Rudolph, just follow me. You see these right here? What are those right there? What is that on their clothes? What is that?
Bring it up.
What are those? Them Indians, right? Those are pictures of Indians, right?
Half-breed.
Those are pictures of Indians, right?
Half-breed.
Read.
Those half-breed.
And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
Just follow me real quick. Read.
For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood, till they were passed over.
So what happened was, those 10 tribes that I just named off, those 10 tribes of Israel, they separated from the heathen and wanted a land of their own. So guess what? They took a voyage to the other side of the planet. All right, read.
For through that country there was a great way to go.
And it was a long way to go. From America to Africa, that's a long way to go. Read.
To go, namely, of a year and a half.
It took them about a year and a half to get there, right?
So, hold on.
Well, let me finish it out. I'm almost done. Read.
And the same region
So this region that they're going to, Brother Rudolph, read.
is called Arsareth.
Do you know what Arsareth is? It translates to America. They came to America. Read on. I'm almost finished.
Then dwelt they there until the latter time. And now, when they shall begin to come.
All right, so he said they dwell there until this day, Brother Rudolph. So guess what? You're right in saying the Native Americans was here already because they was the ones that came from Jerusalem. They were the Israelites. Those were the 10 tribes that got out of slavery and came over on this side of the planet. You follow me?
It wasn't slavery then, but okay, I get what you're saying.
Brother Rudolph, people have been going through slavery in and out of slavery. Rudolph, go ahead. I don't want to knock you out.
I'm trying to tell you what you telling me. Okay.
That's what the Bible tells you.
After Noah, after the flood, Noah and his family got out.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Bible scripture says that They family, then they begin to multiply. They got real big.
Okay.
And they started to fight each other. And they decided one day, they said, we got so much land, why don't some of us go over here and some of us go over here? Because they was the only people on the planet after the flood.
Okay.
And that what you reading.
Give me Deuteronomy 71.
That's what you reading to me.
I just want you. No, that's not what I'm reading to you.
Well, you're not
That's
understanding.
thousands of years after Noah and his kids. This ain't got nothing to do with Noah and his kids
it
right
is.
now at
Yes,
this
it
point.
is.
Just listen, read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 1.
My brother right here. Let me ask you a question, my brother, with the white shirt. My brother with the white shirt. How did was the Native Americans already on this side of the planet when the so-called African Americans brought over here? You can't answer it. What about, you know a little bit about history? Hold on, Brother Rudolph. Brother Rudolph, I'm talking to the brother right here. Stop being rude, man. Brother Rudolph.
I ain't going to
So my brother, I'm gonna ask you again. The Native Americans, right? Was they already here?
See that you using the wrong word. It was
Rudolph, bro, stop
it was
being
native-
rude, bro.
native
My sister right here.
after the war.
Was the Native American Indians already over here before white man got here?
Yeah. Yes, they was. That's why I told you you got to look up Dana Calloway.
I'm talking to the sister, Rudolph.
Because everybody don't
So
know.
yes, sister.
Oh, no.
So you
Yeah,
say yes,
yeah.
right, sis?
I know
so
one
guess
thing.
what? I'm
You're
reading
a
in the Bible how they got over here. Let me show you how they got over here, sis. Because everybody has an origin, right? Everybody has a place of where they came from. People just didn't get, I'm gonna sit them here, bloop, bloop, bloop. That didn't happen. Let me show you. Read it again.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40.
Just to let you know, according to the Bible, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, if you come look at this sign, we are the Israelites, God's chosen people.
Everybody.
That going into the Native Americans as well. We're going over their history right now, how they got on this side of the planet. Read.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own lands.
You hear that, sis? Those were the 10 tribes. Come look at this sign real quick, sis, if you don't mind. So if you look at this sign right here, it says the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So jump down to here, you see the blacks, you see the West Indians, you see the Haitians. So if you go Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Guatemalans, and Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, right? So according to the Bible, they are the children of Israel. So the Israelites were in Africa, right? Northeast Africa, which is Israel, right? So how did they get all the way over here? Let me show you real quick.
Those are the 10 tribes.
These are the 10 tribes. If you look right here, these 10 tribes right here, I'm gonna show you how they get over here. Read.
Which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king.
So didn't that happen to us too? Then we got carried away from our land into slavery on those slave ships, right? That's recorded in the Bible. Read.
Whom Manasseh the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land.
So you see that? This king warred with these 10 tribes and carried them captives into their land. Read.
But they took this counsel among themselves.
So these 10 tribes right here, they counsel between each other. They're like, hey, when we get out of this thing, we gonna find us another land. Read.
That they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country.
So he said, we in Northeast Africa right now. So when we leave, we're going to a further country, farther than where we at right now. So if you think about America, America is thousands of miles away from Africa. Am I right? That's a further country. Read.
Where never mankind dwelt.
So who was over here throughout, just based off history, who was over here before the Native Americans? Were they the first? You just said they was the first ones, right? So he said where never mankind dwelt, meaning they weren't even over here at first. Read.
That they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
So guess what? They describing how they actually got here. They took a boat, right? They took a boat down the river. Read.
For the Most High then shewed signs for them, and held still the flood, till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely of a year and a half.
So sis, it took those 10 tribes mostly, you know, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Cubans, Puerto Rican. It took them over a year and a half to get there.
Right.
So that's a long way to go. Read.
And the same region is called Arsaret.
What do we call this land today? America. But in the Bible, they call this land Arsaret.
Right.
So sis, the Native Americans was already here, but they wasn't originally over here.
Right.
They were the Israelites according to the Bible, just like we are according to the Bible.
Right.
So give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68 real quick. I just want to prove this point. My brother, what's your nationality?
My grandmother there was Indian. I'm a black person.
You from Flatbed?
I don't know. I thought they were Indian. They died when I was young. My mama said she died too when I was like 12.
Okay,
I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I
I got you.
don't know.
I'm gonna show you something. What's your name, bro?
They call me Scooter. I have to tell you.
What's your name, bro? I can't hear you.
I say they call me Scooter, bro.
Scooter.
Yeah.
I'm Nate. All right, Scooter. I'm gonna show you something real quick. Don't leave real quick. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So, sis, my brother, what happened in Egypt to God's people?
Got a snake.
Huh?
Got a snake.
They was in slavery, right? So he's saying, I'm gonna take you back into slavery again, but he used the word Egypt. Give me that real quick. Let me show you what Egypt means in the Bible. Read.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So Moses, right, sis? Moses led them out of the children of Israel through the Red Sea, correct? Out of Egypt, right? Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
So my brother Scooter, what they call Egypt just then? Read it again.
I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Don't go nowhere, sis. I got this my last one. Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
What they call Egypt just then? Bondage, meaning slavery. So Moses is saying it like they already know what happened because they just went through it. Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So what's Egypt? Bondage. He said, I'm going to bring you back into bondage or slavery again. Let's see how. Read.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Whoever went into slavery on ships? Whoever went into slavery on ships before? Black folks, what you say, sis? But he just said the Israelites were going to slavery on ships.
I'm gonna tell you, it was black folks.
Uh-huh.
But we got some more kind of people too.
Right, that's going into all the 12 tribes.
Right.
The blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. They actually went in 1492. You remember Columbus? What happened during Columbus time?
They came out here and then they got locked up in Miami.
Right, they got sentenced to slavery over back into Europe. Read this, read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be.
Hey sis, he said, when I bring you on those ships to Europe, to Arabia, to Africa, to Russia, guess what's gonna happen when you get off them ships, sis? Read.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Who is our enemies that we were sold to, sis? White folks. Who else?
White folks, Italians, all them.
They all white folks.
Yeah.
But you see the point? God said, my people will be sent into slavery on ships. And after they get off them ships, I'm going to sell them because they didn't keep my commandments. Read.
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen.
That means slave man. Read.
And bondwomen.
And slave woman. Because guess what? In those fields, when the women down there with us too? What about the children? Children was down there too, right?
Hey, that's why we mix with America.
No, I'm gonna show you that. I got you, bro. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
So sis, when he said no man shall buy you, meaning there are gonna be a lot of leaders throughout history that's gonna try to save us out of these conditions. But they're not gonna be able to. Because that's what God says. These curses was gonna, give me that, was gonna come on you and overtake you. Give me that. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Hey, listen to this. He can never go back to
Thank you.
Yes, hey, sis, call the number on the back of the flyer. We on YouTube, IUIC Mobile. Check the YouTube out.
I know they got the jailhouses and all that stuff, but it'll never go back to that.
Never say never, brother.
It'll never go
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Listen to that, brother Scooter.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So guess what? Moses is talking to the Israelites. He talking to us in the wilderness. Because we hard-headed, right? You'll tell us 100 times, we'll still go and do it. You'll tell us not to gang bang, not to shoot up the block. Guess what happened? Funerals every Saturday. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
So he said we supposed to do all the commandments. Name me some commandments, brother Scooter.
I really can't even sit like that right now.
Name me some of the basic ones.
He said that's not
Steal. Kill.
That's not commit
Adultery. Now let me ask you something. Based on those 3 commandments you just gave me, and the condition that we in right now, would those 3 commandments help our community out right now? If we didn't kill each other, if we didn't steal from each other, if we didn't commit adultery, meaning go sleep with somebody else's wife, or a sister go sleep with somebody else's husband. Based on those 3 commandments, if we did those 3 alone, would the conditions that we in now improve? Yes or no? No stealing, no killing, no adultery. Come on, brother Scooter. But I'm asking hypothetically, would they improve the community? Yeah? So why won't we just give it a chance? We done everything else, right?
I stopped a lot of stuff I did.
Okay.
I got off drugs and everything. But see, this is what I'm saying. But I can't make everybody drop the gun, do all that stuff. But it's still going on, man.
Right.
I tell you, women, little young ladies have.
Give me all Numbers chapter 1 to 18.
Little kids have a kid, they don't know how to raise. And then the young dudes, they growing up, so they ain't got no guy. The dad is gone somewhere, so he's gonna always work.
So,
I don't know how to.
brother Scooter, those are all curses that was put on our people. Guess what? If you start doing it right, brother Scooter, listen to this. If you start doing it right, and then somebody else see you doing it, they gonna follow it, right? So we gotta be an example to them. Give me Judah 8 and 24.
You know how many people's on this earth? So everybody ain't doing it.
That's true. Hey, God said everybody ain't gonna do it. But the point is, we supposed to try to reach these people. You understand that? Watch this. You're supposed to be an example to the next generation that comes under you. Read this. Listen what the Bible says. Read that.
The book of Judah, chapter 8 and verse 24. Now therefore, O brethren, let us shew an example.
Let us do what?
Shew an example.
You hear what God said? God said we're supposed to show an example to our brethren. Read.
To our brethren.
To our brethren, meaning brothers and sisters that's your age, younger than you. We're supposed to show an example to them. Sister, stop jumping from one man to another. Brother, stop ho-hopping. Marry him. Stop gunning each other down. Stop the stealing. Stop the robbing. Stop the slinging drugs. So guess what, my brother? You the first example. We talking to you right now. We ain't reached nobody else. We talking directly to you right now. We trying to get you to be an example to the other brethren. Read it again.
Now therefore, O brethren, let us shew an example to our brethren.
To our brethren, not the white folk. Well, we supposed to be an example to the world. But right now we dealing with our people. We trying to get our people from the bottom of the map. Read.
Because their hearts depend upon us.
And guess what? Because they depend on us, if they see a bad example, what's going to happen? The community is going to go to trash.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We used to scream Black Power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.